Doris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win in this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center. Now here's Conley. Pass to Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
There's a measure of composure with Donovan Mitchell, just so calm and focused, understanding how to manipulate the pick and roll.
Here's Capella. And here's Young. That's tipped, and they get it back. Capella, the pass to Collins. Count it.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from John Collins.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Good on the second free throw. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
That shot wide open.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Mitchell, following the basket by Trae Young. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Collins. Pass to Hunter. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Young. They get it again. Capella, and he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Mitchell after Clint Capella's bucket. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Chalk up 2 there.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The drive by Mitchell. And Capella sends it back. Down low, here's Hunter. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Hawks leading by 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Jazz for just a minute. He said a big key for them will be containing Trae Young. Coach said he can be streaky, but when he heats up, his deep range makes him tough to defend. Kevin, make that almost impossible to defend.
Thank you, David. The first one falls. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Since the All-Star break, this group has been on fire. Here are the field goal percentage leaders for the season's second half. Rudy Gobert, number one.
His touch around the bucket has been outstanding. I mean, he has missed very few of the good looks he's got.
Outside Conley. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Now, here's Mitchell after Clint Capella's miss. Trying to get something going. Kicks it out to Mitchell. To the inside. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Mitchell.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior. I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Mitchell in the corner from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got 6.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
It's Young on the wing, covered by Conley. So the wing on the left. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Capella kicks to Young. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Kept alive. Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here is Conley. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Atlanta. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Right at the free throw line. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. O'Neal passes to Bogdanovich. Here's O'Neal, defended by Young. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well. Really, the right play defensively, if you can't block, force him to the line.
And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets, tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
First free throw is good. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Clarkson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Clarkson. They trail by 14. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Teague is checked in for Trae Young. And so it's Atlanta with it. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
From 13, and that one good from Clarkson.
Well, Jordan Clarkson came into the NBA as an aggressive scorer, and in the mid-range, he is as good as it gets.
Teague against Mudiay. That's tipped. And Capella sends it back. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Kemper's checked in for the Hawks. Utah calls timeout. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
The Jazz with the timeout.
I make everybody fall off. Handle it all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, do it back, man. Put your name and your niggas on a hashtag. This is easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Like shooting definitely, yeah, I swear. See, we go right out, got the bullet in my pocket. I always hit this target, but the window, for real. I'm really different about the two-point for the Lord. Kissing dead, every day like that. You was on each other, don't you see that Jack, got him. Black like a Batman. Dribble too much, who is that, man? Put your name and your niggas on a
And now a quick review at the numbers for Teague. He's around 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Mudiay. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open. Good work defensively by Carter.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Moutier kicks to Gobert. The pass to Moutier. And Capella sends it back. Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Reddish's shot is good.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Clarkson with the ball. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Moutier against Teague. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Gobert against Teague. Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the stifled power. Gobert twice on the pipes.
Hawks making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Jazz on D. They trail by 16. Here's Bembry. Ingles with the rebound. The Jazz shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. Pass to Moutier. The 3. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Well, this to me is the critical aspect that Emmanuel Moutier must develop. Can he knock down three-point shots? He does so there.
Now here's Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Bembry. Pass to Reddish. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly, and the 3 ball is good.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Moutier against Teague. A floater. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jeff Teague.
Well, when Emmanuel Moutier has got deep post position, boy, he is going to attack and earn the trip to the stripe.
And although the team didn't have much success last year, Emmanuel Moutier certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward. The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
And the first one drops. Doris, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling, I would agree. Here's Bembry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. The wide open look here for Ingles. Cans it from downtown.
Well, I'll tell you, if you play off Joe Ingles, he is going to make the catch-and-shoot jump shot. You better be there on the catch.
Atlanta leading by 11. Outside Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Doris, for Jeff Teague, he's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
He's off on the first.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, there's so much value in how Jeff Teague runs an offense. He's got great speed. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Moutier. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Teague, the pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. He's covered by Clarkson. Gobert with the block. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Now, here's Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Over to the wing. Here's Bembry. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing, but I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Dwayne Dedmon. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the power forward.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Well, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him Shirt Off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Davis. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
And Gobert kicks to Clarkson from the high post. Off the left rim and out. The Hawks leading by 11. Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague against Moutier. Here's the three. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ingles finds Moutier. Now Davis. Clarkson passes to Moutier. Second chance effort, and Davis lays it in. Davis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Utah.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Here's Bembry. And Davis pulls it down.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Davis. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Mitchell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Moutier.
Well, at 7'1", Rudy Gobert has become known as the Stifle Tower, and this guy's starting to excel and get a bigger role on the offensive end.
Jazz trail by 7 to the inside. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by O'Neal. Mitchell's got 8.
What area of the floor can't Donovan Mitchell score from? This guy, terrific job on the interior.
Here's Young. Another shot. Passes it to Fernando. Here's Huerter. Covered by Mitchell. Atlanta again missing.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovich, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris. Bogdanovich said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
Here's Herter, covered by Mitchell. Herter passes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The pass to Fernando. On its way from Young for 2. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Young outside. No good on the 3.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Conley feeling it out. Now, here is O'Neal. Defense is right there. Conley gets the bucket.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Collins dishes to Young. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 11 points.
And easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Bogdanovich against Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Young with the steal. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the jets when he's feeling.
And here is Conley. Pass to Gobert. Poked loose. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Stolen by Mitchell. Now Conley. Mitchell right side. 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Gobert. Conley with the 3. Rebound Atlanta. At one point they led by 16. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. Here's Herter. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Conley against Young. Conley into the lane. He can't get that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Hunter with it. O'Neal's there. Kicks it out to Collins. It's Young on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 17 now.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he sees it.
Utah calls timeout.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Carter, he's checked in for Hunter.
Looking now at some numbers for Donovan Mitchell. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games, averaging 23 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Guys, you can tell Donovan Mitchell can wear down a defense. He's cooking right now.
Bounce pass Young. It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Shooting one. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Interesting story about Rudy Gobert. He was an excellent student in high school, but he was getting into physical fights. So what does his mom do? Play sports, my son. Track and field, martial arts, even ping pong. What I love, though, is he has not lost that tough disposition.
And Doris, especially at that center position. You know, GMs like a player with a fighting spirit.
Rudy Gobert plays with a chip on his shoulder and a competitive spirit. A lot of 7-footers, Kevin, play the game simply because of their size. Rudy Gobert wants to be great.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's the dish to Conley. High, arcing shot. Young with the steal. Carter with it. Now defended by Gobert. Pass to Capella. Back to Carter. Passes it to Capella. They get the rebound. Good on the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 9.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Gobert against Capella. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Outside Collins. And the pass to Teague. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Well, Kevin, how about that ability to mix speeds? Teague is so hard to keep up with when he's penetrating.
Mitchell looking it over. That one misses. Collins with some nice D. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. At one point, they led by 16. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Pass to Gobert. Mitchell with it. Teague covering. Mitchell with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Ingles covering. Carter, that's good. Carter's got his second basket of the night. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's Mitchell. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Jeff, you guys had a great first half. Is the key to the second half to continue to be that aggressive?
Yeah, we got to play defense. They're a really good team. They're going to play hard. They're real physical. We just got to come out and keep guarding.
Jeff, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Jazz trail by 11. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Young against Conley. Here's Bogdanovich. Collins with some nice D.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Young outside. Launches it. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Now, here is O'Neal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, Donovan Mitchell welcomes the opportunity to draw contact and either get to the free throw line or make the shot.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. First one falls for him.
It is still amazing to me that in 2017, Donovan Mitchell wasn't even a top 10 pick. If you had a redraft, he'd likely go top 2. Absolutely incredible.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Jazz trail by 12. Outside Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Fires from the line. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 11 rebounds in the game. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. Conley, rebounded by Capella.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Here's Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 21 in the game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Conley finds Bogdanovich. Knocks it loose and stolen by Hunter. Young outside. And it's blocked by Conley. Bogdanovich dishes to Conley. Up top, Gobert. He's got 8. Here's Mitchell. The teardrop falls in. He's got 19.
I tell you, at times, guarding Donovan Mitchell has got to feel overwhelming defensively. When he starts to go with the floater, look out.
Pass to Young. To the middle. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. It's a 14-point game, and the Jazz call time here for the Jazz. Davis comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Moutier in for Mitchell. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella, and DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kevin Huerter.
Well, you love to see Moutier try some things off the dribble drive. Get creative, sir.
Young passes to Collins. Young against Conley. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The Hawks have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One shot.
That free throw good from Young.
Just a bright, young, offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
Conley kicks to Davis. Moutier dishes to Conley. Atlanta with the rebound.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Hunter, no good. Jazz trail by 15. Bogdanovich passes to Moutier. Outside, Davis. Lock at 6. And here's Conley outside. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Conley's got 7.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
Collins against Bogdanovich. Collins passes to Young. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Young's got 8 points here in this quarter. Outside Conley. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Collins.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years is his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
And guys, Bogdanovich, the former second-round pick, has really found his place in the NBA. This guy is an effective shooter from just about anywhere.
So he gets them both. The Hawks leading by 13. Young passes to Fernando. There's the triple. The rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Bogdanovich finds Moutier. Davis with it. Dedmon with the block. Here's Hunter. 8 points for him. And Young with the basket on the assist by Hunter. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Here's Davis, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And, of course, free throws always so important. Here are the leaders. Fourth, Bogdanovich.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
That free throw, no good for the Jazz. Joe Ingles is checked in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And the second free throw, good. Atlanta leading by 14. Bembry kicks to Hunter. Here's Fernando. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here is Dedmon. To the paint, 4 on the clock.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Davis dishes to Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Bogdanovich staying confident down low, being physical with the defense, and gets rewarded with a trip to the foul line.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5. The first free throw is good. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Atlanta also making some changes here. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Hunter. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Well, that's just great body control from Teague on display. He's so good at anticipating the contact and going up into it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now Clarkson. He kicks it to Mitchell. Over Teague. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range making great use of what the defense is giving him.
Occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
He dishes it to Gobert. Clarkson with the ball. Mitchell outside. On the wing, Ingles. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Fernando. Gobert with the block. Bogdanovich passes to Clarkson. Teague against Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Fernando pulls it in. Fernando's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Teague dishes to Dedmon. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And it's Mitchell missing. The Hawks leading by 16. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Ingles. Down low, hangs in the air, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Bojan Bogdanovich. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And he makes the first. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Teague. He's got 5. It's deflected.
Did you guys just see that? Listen, Bogdanovich can guard, but shot blocking? Wow.
The Hawks leading by 14. Dedmon finds Teague. Now, here's Dedmon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Reddish. Up and in on the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Here's Mitchell. The step-back jumper is good. Mitchell's got 25 points in the game.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Reddish with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Mitchell, and the layup's good off the glass.
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell tremendous at just getting through the contact.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Atlanta. Dedmon passes to Teague. Feeds to Capella. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. The Hawks making a switch here. Herter's checked in. And he's good on the second. 1:29 left to play in the third. Clarkson on the wing. Pass to Ingles from past the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Reddish. That one doesn't go. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. From deep, Ingles drills it from outside. Ingles has got 6.
Joe Ingles has finished top 5 in the league's three-point shooting on multiple occasions. You've got to contest that.
Teague surveying the D. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
At the line for the Hawks, Jeff Teague taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Teague. He hits both from the stripe. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. From 12 feet out. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Herter. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And here is Teague. To the left side wing. But Trey doesn't go that time. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got John Collins. Also Clint Capella out there. Carter out there with Reddish. And it's Herter in at the 2 spot. Carter finds Collins. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Capella. Trae Young, he's checked in for Carter. All free throws good from Capella. Jazz trail by 16. Outside Conley. Mitchell outside. Nice ball movement by Utah.
Well, Joe Ingles takes you by surprise off that dunk. Nice.
Hawk shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Young against Clarkson. Now Reddish to the inside. Here's Collins, and that one hits back iron. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. They trail by 14. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Young passes to Capella. Ingles against Young. Pass to Collins. Shoots from 14. He doesn't hit that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Mitchell outside. Gobert against Young. That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Rudy Gobert.
Boy, I love to see Rudy Gobert score despite the contact. This guy is showing off some big-time strength right now.
And the wide-open shot from Reddish. The Hawks again can't hit.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Now, here's Ingles. Defense right on him. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Nice shot by Gobert.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Hunter's checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He said nobody thought we'd be in this position right now, and we are. He said he was proud of his guys, but he also said, now go finish this thing off and get this win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And they pick up 2.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, and this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Gobert dishes to O'Neal. Passes it to Conley. The pass to Mitchell from deep. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Herter. With a step back. Young's shot is off. And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on an 11-2 run. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Young lays it up off the glass. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Atlanta leading by 5. Pass to Hunter. Ingles against Collins. Kicks it to Young. They get a hand on it. Here's Capella. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Conley finds Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
When Donovan Mitchell is this close to the cup, the defender has got to feel a bit uneasy.
Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Young against Conley. Young outside. Right wing. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And there's the call on John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's O'Neal. Ingles with the ball. 6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Mitchell's got 39.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Young outside. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Conley gets the bucket.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
It's Young on the wing, covered by Conley. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Up top, Gobert. Capella covering. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Outside Collins. Pass to Young. He feeds it to Hunter. Conley grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's always a bonus when Rudy Gobert gets hot on the offensive end. This guy is doing a good job getting to his spots and capitalizing.
The pass to Capella. Back to Collins. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Young's shot is off. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Now, here's Ingles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Ingles. And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
And so he hits both.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles.
Basket counts. And that's 36 points for Trae Young.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And he sinks the second.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Conley against Young. Conley dishes to Mitchell. Rob. Here's Hurt. And it goes down 2 points. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Conley against Young. Mitchell outside. Can he keep it going? Again, the Jazz score.
Donovan Mitchell might be young, but this guy is fearless and capable of big-time opportunity making.
Outside Collins. Now, here's Hunter. Ingles covering. And here is Hunter. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. From deep Ingles. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Herter passes to Capella. The dish to Young. Gobert with the block. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Now the feed to Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
And Herter gets it to go.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 4. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
.151 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Young taking his time here. Here's the floater. Collins dishes to Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 38 points.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Now Mitchell. Gobert trying to get open. Goes back up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Collins.
Shooting for Utah, Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Mitchell drops them both.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Young against Conley. Young left side. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. Misses from close range. Here's Herter. He kicks it to Capella. Passes to Hunter. And here's Young. Covered by Mitchell. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
That's good from Young. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. 7-point differential. Feeds to Ingles. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
How about Joe Ingles stepping up in the clutch to deliver a big-time bucket?
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his 4th personal. Shooting for Atlanta, Trae Young. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Utah calls timeout. They trail by 6. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bogdanovich, that's for 2, and he overshot that one, missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.